Alright, so what makes today different is that I want to talk to you about ecosystem, right? This is the theory of everything working together. Are farmers markets even worth it today? The answer is yes. You can check out your farmers market, your local community gatherings, and things of that nature. The thing about it is that if there's not too much advertising going on the coordinators' end, you want to be very cautious. When we do our market research, basically just going through it, just checking the market out ourselves a couple of weekends. If it's a one-time market, you really want to see if they got advertising behind that. Once a month means that there should be advertising. If it's a weekly market and the traffic is slow, you should really consider your products and see if that market works for you. Because if the foot traffic doesn't match what you need to make to at least break even for after paying for that market, products that you're actually previewing at the market, then it doesn't make sense. Alright, so the one thing about collecting customers and collecting subscribers, right, is that we want to make sure that we build an ecosystem based around them. So you might hear words like CRMs and email lists and text message lists and all of this, and like how does all this stuff work? How does it work for me and my business, especially if I'm starting out? The thing about it is that you want to collect your phone numbers and your emails by any means necessary. This is how you're going to lower your ad spend in the future if you ever get into advertising, and sometimes you don't even have to run ads if you already control the ecosystem where your customers exist. Take a look at a quick sketch about how like all these things work, and if you want me to explain a little bit deeper, you can always just drop a comment below, and then I'll consider making a video for you, only if this video makes sense for you and your business. So you're like, hey, so I want to run ads. I heard ads are magic. Well, first thing to know, they're not. Just because you turn ads on don't mean they're gonna just bring you magic money. It doesn't work like it used to back in the days. Only if you could rewind time, right? So we can take a look at how you can set up an ad using Facebook. I'm not gonna go into detail in regards to, hey, it's gonna work. None of that. This is just how you'll set up a campaign and what the things mean when you're looking at Facebook ads.
This one here? Oh, well.
So we're definitely doing samples. Samples can be a up, it can be a down. The thing about the samples is that it allows you to have a lead magnet at the market. A lot of people won't do samples because it cuts into their product. And it will cut into your product, although you have to account for that. That's an extra cookie that you're making, extra cake you're making, that's the extra bread you're making, because you're about to cut this thing up and to provide samples for enough people. That lead magnet, if not to a sale, it can lead with your business card, and it can be a reminder of the people trying you at a particular market. So if you show up at that market again, it can already be an image imbued into their head, so where it's like, yo, I had this before, it was fire. Let me go ahead and buy it this time. Like, how can you constantly generate leads while you're at the market? The same way you'll generate leads online through advertising, your samples become your advertising in person. And again, a lot of people won't be offering samples to a lot of things. But being that if you are a confection vendor like us and you having a very experimental dessert or something like we have, or even your own creation, you might want to think about what's the most cost-effective way that you can provide samples. So while other confection vendors, cake vendors, cupcake vendors, cookie vendors, macaron vendors are trying to figure out how we sell out at every market and they don't offer samples or they only have a couple, that's the answer to that question. Now, although we are pro samples, you want to check with your local food laws. So if you are baking out of a commercial kitchen, you most likely have your food handlers, food management certificates and things like that, more knowledgeable about the food laws, versus someone that's just starting as a cottage baker or a home baker and things of that nature. You have to understand how you're handling the food and how you can pass out samples and how you can't. There's ways of doing the things based on what you're doing. So if what you're doing has anything to do with open served food, you got to be very careful if you're not coming out of a commercial kitchen and having prepackaged foods. So that's the reason why we prepackage our samples and we prepackage our cookies to sell. If we're coming straight to an open market, we can't be giving things out in open containers, using forks, using spoons, using toothpicks. That we do that, we're in violation.
That's how we started off though. We started off doing it that way. So we had I had like the deviled egg container, and then I had like pieces of cookie in each container.
And we were doing toothpicks.
And we were giving them
and then the city was like,
toothpicks.
You can't do that.
The city never approached us.
The city did.
No, they did not.
That one lady here.
No, we didn't do that here ever. We were popping up downtown in Chase, and then I seen, no. We popped up in River Oaks. And one of the cupcake ladies had like the portion cups, and I was like, so that's what made me change. the technique of giving samples.
Okay, that's
So
fair.
you definitely do not want to have your samples exposed due to germs, and you don't know where people's hands been. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. Just to be on the safe side.
So yeah, now Love knows what she's talking about. She's the one with the food handlers and managers certificates. I'm just the face and muscles, all right?
Gotta get it soon.
And I gotta get it soon.
And it has the strawberry crumble with the cream cheese macaron in the center. And this is our love on top. It's the strawberry cookies and cream with the chocolate macaron and the chocolate heart on top. And then this is our vegan s'mores cookie. And it does not have a macaron, but it has gelatin-free marshmallows and dairy-free morsels.
Can I try that one?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Where is it? Here it is.
So, how to prepare for the worst? You can't. You really can't at all. There's a thing about being like proactive, and I'm like, yeah, I'm proactive, right? So I'm pro. But the thing about it is like you can never prepare for the worst. You just always have to consider the worst case scenario and prepare for that. And trust me, it can either get worse or it may never even show up. But the thing about it is being proactive. So having things like your schedules, we mentioned that before, having your checklist and things of that nature, and even just carrying a little couple things for extra security. There's times I leave our floodlights, our lamps, our glow lamps and glow lights and everything like that, knowing that we go into a night market, but I have these things charging and I don't put them back in their proper place. So preparing for the worst might be like your tent blowing over it. You get weights. Preparing for the worst might be like the area loses power or the frequency, or you get rained out, snowed out, or it's just absolutely too cold, or a tornado come through, a hurricane. And you can't prepare for those things like straight up. But if you know that they're coming, there's ways to be proactive, take measures, and then trust your gut, trust your instinct again. Know when to leave an event and when it's safe for you and when it's not safe for you. Like I say, baby, every time the sun come up, people come out. They gon' shop, man. They gon' shop. That is the theory of having in your mindset, because you're not gonna be big stores and box office stores online when they got big dollars in advertisement. So that's why it's important to show it for you. So, do you offer discounts? Do you offer discounts? Of course you do. But you have to know your numbers. What knowing your numbers look like is that you have to know if you can afford a discount. Don't offer a discount just because you see their cookie vendors, cake vendors doing it. They may know their numbers and they may not, because they probably seen somebody else doing it and figure, hey, if they offer a discount, probably I can too. The point of the game with samples and discounts is not to undercut the people that's in the market or even the people around you when you're doing bigger business. That's not what that's for. The point of the discount would be for you to create more leads. You provide the discount to your loyalty people, to reward people and things of that nature. Always be thinking forward. So you gotta know if you can offer a 2 for or a 3 for this, or a 4 for this, or buy 10 and I give you this. If you're not priced correctly and you don't know your numbers, you can offer a discount and you can be losing money. The whole point of the business is profit. It's not about breaking even, it's profit. So in order for you to get profit and not just revenue to break even, you have to know your numbers. So if you offer a 2 for discount, does it make sense for you? Are you covering your material and goods? Are you covering your marketing? Always think about the discount too, is that it doesn't necessarily have to affect your products. It can be on shipping, it can be on something totally different. It's all about perception.
Should you offer discounts? Hello? No, baby. Come on. No. Yep.
Delicious.
Thank you. So all of them have French macaron stuffed on the inside.
That's cool. Let me try the strawberry.
Strawberry.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I like it.
What was the question? I forgot. We started off doing discounts. I don't think that you should continue to do so, because it's all about how you view your business and your self-worth. You're not going to go inside of these big companies and you're not going to get a discount unless it's some type of reward program. So I learned quickly that giving discounts all the time off of each sale was actually like putting a dent in our profit. I realized that people are going to, if they like it, they're going to spend however much you're charging for it. And so discounts can be a good idea, but again, you also want to make sure that you're not giving too much away.
Hey, how's it going? Doing great. How y'all doing today? So, in the very beginning, we was handing out mad discounts. I'm talking about like giving cookies away. You know what I'm saying? You can look at these numbers here, and you can see that by every market, we're giving out about anywhere between $40 to $80 in discounts. Like, just check out the numbers. You see what I'm saying? So imagine doing this every day. How much money did you just give away in that week? Right? And it's great because the idea behind it is lead magnets, it's retention, it's customer satisfaction, it's customer retention. So not only are we giving them these discounts, and we guide them to sign up with an email or a phone number. So now when it's time to show our promotions or even invite people out to our events, and again, this isn't always just sales, but just showing and sharing information about our brand, what we're doing, the news, and all of that, we have numbers to text, we have emails to text, and then when it does come to sales to make sure that our revenue is met for the week or for the month, bam, we got the same emails and phone numbers, and they're constantly growing because now these emails go out to people sharing with their friends. Now their friends are joining the list. And this is an email list, this is a simple QR code, this is simple text to phone numbers, messages. That's simple. But if you're doing discounts, understand why you're doing it. For us, it started out as lead generation and customer database building. A lot of times you may want to be generous and just give out free samples and discounts all over the place. But if you don't have a strategy behind it, it's gonna cost you. Every great business started out giving samples and discounts, but they're not around. All great businesses understand the strategy behind the samples and the discounts. You have to too. You're not a small business. You're only small business because you believe you are. The moment you change here, the perception of what you're actually doing will change. Are you in this thing to actually change your future and where you're at and where you're headed? You're not trying to run a business if that's the case. You just want the appearance of, you want to buy you a job and afford you a job, afford the comfort of an idea of you having a business. But when it comes to paying your bills and profit, you're gonna understand.